This is TB Talks and BS Walks. Join the conversation or the BS. Here are the masterminds behind the microphone, Tyler and Brian.
Moving on, before I let you kind of go into gaming, and I know there's some backwards compatibility things that you're wanting to talk about. I'm anxious to hear about those things. Yeah. There is a couple things I just want to cover real quickly. Today, Donald Trump launched an attack on Syria in response to the so-called chemical attack. Right. So who knows what's going to happen with that. I don't want to dive into it, but just current world news that's happening. I got pinged on my phone today, and so I was reading it. Another thing is the popular tourist destination in Cancun, Mexico, has had 14 murders in 36 hours. I believe the first one was around April 2nd. And from April 2nd for the next day and a half, there were 14 murders, all on this resort where, 2.4 million people visit every year.
Not Hard Rock Cafe. Not the Hard Rock
However,
Casino.
I don't know which one it was. It didn't say. It just said.
I don't think Hard Rock is actually there. It's just the only tourist location I know of. I'm horrible.
They didn't say where. They just said that it was the popular tourist resort in Cancun. They're suspecting it is all drug involved. There's a huge drug cartel in Mexico, and they've had issues with that for some time. So, our condolences go out to the families and the victims of Cancun. They have not issued a do not fly notice yet to that destination. I know there was one at the time, I don't know how long ago it was, on a different island that they noted as a do not fly due to some murders that they had. They have not listed that for Cancun yet. However, if it were me, I probably would just avoid it.
Yeah, you can skip vacation this year. It's okay. There's always next year at Cancun.
It's fairly cheap to fly to there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Which I think is why a lot of people go, because you can go there for relatively cheap.
Or you could always go to Belize.
But I would
own property in Belize.
We thought about that. The wife and I were looking at the vacations and cruises to take this year.
Yeah.
Although due to some unexpected financial issues, we're probably not going to get to go this year. But we looked at Belize. We were contemplating between Belize and Jamaica were the two big ones.
Woohoo!
And so, but then I have a cousin whose husband was in military. I believe it was National Guard. And he went to Jamaica and was telling us that, if you go, as long as you stay on the resort, you're fine, but just don't venture out into other parts of the island because they don't like Americans. And so
that's nice.
When we, whenever we heard that, my wife was like, I don't think we're going to go to Jamaica.
Kind of defeats the purpose, don't it, of going somewhere new?
Yeah. Exactly. So that's just a couple of trending world events going on right now. I know that you want to get into this backwards compatibility gaming section, so I will let you take the reins from that and tell us all about it.
Well, first, I really think we need to do the drawing. Axion Solzler was our winner about a month ago when we did the drawing. And unfortunately, we never heard back from Axion. So we're doing another drawing today, unfortunately. I'm not going to bring it up and show you all. We're just going to do the drawing real quick. And as you saw, the system was really simple last time. I'm using that same system. I'm just putting in our tag, our Twitter account, and it's going to pick a winner from there. And we have Kelly Rose Vale. See here, Kelly Rose Vale.
Kelly Rose Vale.
Mm-hmm.
Come on down.
Let's see. I am looking over here. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? I'm assuming this is
Kelly
a real person. I'm assuming. Well, I think Axion was a real person. I just don't know if he understood what I sent in the message because I didn't understand anything on his Twitter. I think we have a language barrier there, and neither one of us could get past it. So, Kelly Rose Vale looks like a real person.
Is Kelly female?
Yes, she is. She joined as of November 2017.
She's new to the Twitter.
Yes, she is.
How many followers?
Looking at 10 followers. You know, I hate being so suspicious, but the people that come up on Twitter, and I get follows on my Twitter all the time for my gaming channel, and all of them have just became a channel that day, and normally the pictures are not something I would recommend anybody look at, unless you're single, and then, even then, that's kind of a moral issue you have to deal with yourself, but...
I think Twitter's full of spam.
Yep, so I don't know. I will send a message to Kelly Rose Vale, and if we do not receive anything by next week, we will redraw again until we find a real, actual person who actually wants our stuff.
And as a refresher, this is for your choice of a T-shirt, a hoodie, or a hat with TB Talks BS Walks logo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was just rude phone. That was Twitter letting me know that Trump has done exactly what you just told us all.
There you go. I know we talked about this before we went live with the show, but I did some promoting for our podcast, and I will give them some love in return on our show. I'm sure that they won't listen to it, but I'll give them some love anyways. For those of you that subscribe to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts, check out Dude Comedy Podcast. 4 guys shoot the shit, and it's pretty entertaining. And they sent a link out to all of the Twitter followers, and it was an option to join their show via a live video feed. So I decided to join, being inquisitive, and because I listen to the show regularly, and so I was able to talk to them for about 10 minutes, and I promoted the show. So I will send them some love in return. If you listen to this show, go check out Dude Comedy Podcast. Send them a tweet, let them know that you heard about it from our show, and maybe, just maybe, we can collab with them sometime. It'd be kind of fun. They're a good group of guys.
Sounds fun, at least.
So Kelly, make sure that you, when Brian sends you the DM, make sure that you respond and tell us, out of those 3, T-shirt, hoodie, or hat, which one you'd like, and a size, and a place where we can send it.
I am actually messaging her right now, hence the slight silence there.
All right. Okay. Something else I was going to say, and I just lost my train of thought. I hate it when that happens. Oh, I was going to talk about, you heard about the deal with Zuckerberg, didn't you?
Oh, with the Facebook and the privacy, and now we have to pay for our privacy on Facebook, and yeah, I heard.
Right.
I mean, that's what we get for not reading the fine print, again.
Here's the thing, though, man. If you don't want data being collected, then deactivate your Facebook. Stay off the internet. Pretty simple.
Well, to an extent. I mean, nobody wants their privacy invaded. They just didn't realize they were signing it away when they signed up for Facebook, because none of us read the fine print.
And here's the thing, too, though. I just think people don't understand that your cell phone is tracking more things about you than probably Facebook ever will. I saw a deal where I haven't actually done it for myself, but I saw a web page where this individual had taken their cell phone, laid it down next to their TV, and turned their TV to a Spanish channel.
Mm-hmm.
And they started receiving ads in Spanish on their phone after that. So, I think that our phones are invading our privacy every day. People can listen into your conversations all the time. So I think in our own house right now, as my phone is sitting on my bed, they can probably hear everything I'm saying. So, as long as they're not giving away my address, my social security number, it's whatever. It's your decision to be on Facebook.
How many people shut their phones off at night? I just plug mine in to charge it at night. I don't even shut it off. It is on 24/7.
Exactly. Right.
It's crazy.
So that's what I'm saying, though. It's strictly your choice to be on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, or whatever other social media platform that you use.
Mm-hmm.
So all this stuff is in the fine print, I'm sure.
Yep.
We just don't read it, exactly as you said, because we're lazy.
Yep. No, it's a lot of information. I mean, who wants to sit there for 45 minutes reading something just to find out what they were really looking for is like at the end, which is why they put it either in the middle or at the end.
Here's my question, though. They're putting Zuckerberg on blast for Facebook. What about the guys that run Google? The guys that run Google...
I think this is what's going to be deciding.
Ever does.
I think this is what's going to be deciding a lot of that. Because if it happens with Zuckerberg...
You think so?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to come out because he's already been blasted for freedom of speech. Because they will censor certain people who don't align with their political agendas. So he's already been, put on blast for that. So if this goes the way that the courts want it to go, and that the people who are, talking to him through these court processions, if it goes the way they want it to go, well then yeah, Google, YouTube, Twitter, all of that's next, because they do the same thing. It's just Zuckerberg, it was the largest of the social media. Once that's done, well then it's going to probably either, go on to YouTube or Twitter, because Twitter does every now and then it's been said that Twitter does the shadow bans, where they'll, you suddenly aren't following anybody, nobody's following you, you're still on Twitter, but there's no updates of when you do anything, you can tweet whatever you want, but there's nothing out there. And they do it to, like if we were to do something, it's a possibility that they could do that to us, where we lose all our followers, and we stop following people, and nobody sees when we put new stuff up or take new stuff, So they've been doing that, and so that's a kind of a violation of freedom of speech, same as YouTube. If you don't follow along certain political guidelines, or you aren't open to, like, we're pretty laid back, so I don't think we have a problem yet. But if we got to the point where we were really pushing political buttons and stuff like that, if we didn't fall in line with what they think we should, they could block us. There's been an advertiser who wants to pay YouTube to put their ads on YouTube, and have been denied for the longest time because they don't align with the political, don't align with the political affiliations of YouTube, and they took them to court. And now you can see, like, it's like DeVry University or something like that. Not DeVry. What is it? It's a university, but they're pretty far right, and they were being blocked from putting their ads on YouTube for the longest time, and they took them to court, and now you can see their ads on YouTube, but it's only certain ones. So I'm wondering how long before it hits them again for freedom of speech censorship,
Right.
And,
right.
I just see it expanding from this with Zuckerberg, if it goes the way of the courts and not Zuckerberg.
Maybe that could change the internets all the way around. Internets might change.
Yeah. Might get a little stricter, more complicated, but safer. Maybe.
Right.
As safe as internet can be. All right. Let's get this. I'm excited for this next bit.
Yeah.
I am.
You got Kelly squared away, so Kelly,
yes.
Check your DMs.
Yep. Let us know. We'll get the shirt or whatever out that way. Please be a real person and not use our shirt to start a porno or anything. Anyway, moving on. Be a real person. Sorry, it's horrible.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem if we saw our merchandise on Pornhub? I didn't know.
Well, if we saw it, it might be a problem. If we saw it, like if somebody else messaged us that they saw it, then okay. True. But if one of us goes, you know what? I was on Pornhub the other day, and our shirt. True. Yeah, no, I don't think that's right. All right.
You're probably gonna question me, but not nearly as much as my wife.
Yeah, no. All right, so for the backwards compatibility, Brian's moment. We all know I love Brian's moment because it's all video games, and that's my hobby. That's what I
BM with no medication required.
Yes. So we are looking at the new backwards compatible games that are coming out this month in April, and I'm so excited because the first bit has one of my favorite games in it. The first release of games has one of my favorites in it, and the list is: we have Blinks the Time Sweeper, we have Breakdown, we have Conquer Live and Reloaded, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, we have Hunter the Reckoning, Jade Empire, which is one of my favorite games, Panzer Dragoon Orta, and SSX 3, which is the snowboarding game. That's coming out April 17th, and the only reason I'm excited about that group is Jade Empire. Love Jade Empire, have been waiting for it to come backwards compatible since the Xbox One came out. Awesome game. Made by the same people who did Mass Effect, Dragon Age, and the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republics. Made by BioWare. Awesome game. Yeah, storyline is great. Love it. It's all martial arts based too. So it's like a rock, paper, scissors type of martial arts combat, but it's so much fun. I will be streaming that almost as soon as it comes out, just so you guys get a hint of what's going on. I may not do the whole story, but just kind of give a, hey, look at this game, you need to go buy it now, go, shoo. Okay, now, coming out April 26th, this is the big one. This one has a lot of good games that I'm so looking forward to, and all Star Wars based. So, really excited about this one. So, on the 26th, we have Destroy All Humans, we have Full Spectrum Warrior, we have Mercenaries Playground of a Destruction, and if you haven't played the Mercenaries series, definitely give it a shot. It is fun. MX Unleashed, which I'm assuming that's like a motocross. Panzer Elite Action Fields of Glory, and then here we go. Here's the Star Wars list, everybody. Star Wars Battlefront, original Xbox Classic. Star Wars Battlefront 2, original Xbox Classic, and one of my favorite of the Battlefront series. This is what Battlefront should have been when it came to Xbox One, and it wasn't anywhere close. So, that's my
Exactly.
opinion.
I agree.
Star Wars Jedi Knight.
I absolutely agree.
Oh, yeah. It was a good game. It was Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. That's a fun one. I had the second one of that one, so I don't know what this one entails. I'm looking forward to finding out, though. Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. Another good one. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Thank God that's coming. And then, this one's the one I've been waiting for. Star Wars Republic Commando. Oh, I'm so excited for the 27th. You have no idea. I still have to wait to get the games because my son's birthday is the 29th, so I probably won't get mine till May or June timeframe. But all these are fun. Republic Commando is where you play as one of 4 commando units, and you're a clone. But you're a advanced clone. Yes, this was for the Xbox Classic.
Okay.
Well, actually, I think all the ones
I didn't
went off
recognize
were
that game.
Xbox Classic.
Ask.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
so you know how there was SWAT 3, SWAT 2, or the SWAT series on PC?
Mm-hmm.
You had like SWAT 4 and all this. This is like that, only Star Wars. So you can set your people to
I'm in.
reach and clear. You can one of them's an explosive expert, one of them's a tech expert, one of them's a sniper, and then you're the lead, so you can do all of that. Plus, you also, have more battle options, more weapon options than they do. So it's pretty fun. You start off on Geonosis, on the Battle of the Clone Wars, and then you have like a deal out in space. The last mission, you're on Kashyyyk with the Wookiees. So, I mean, it's not as expensive as SWAT 4. Like SWAT 4, any door you can, stack up on and breach and clear and all that. On this one, it's only in spaces where you can see like their silhouette. So if you turn a corner and you see silhouettes behind cover and stuff, you can send one of your people over there to hold that position. Then they'll stay behind cover, and it's a pretty good system, especially for an Xbox One Classic game. It's a pretty good responsive system for that old of a console. So I'm looking forward to that one. Knights of the Old Republic 2, that will be streamed on my channel, I can guarantee you, because I have the first one that's already backwards compatible, and I'm going to be streaming that soon.